Hi, today we're going to spend some time visualizing actual reality. So people always talk about how are we supposed to visualize the actual nature of what's going on around us, if it's just an illusion that there's a table here, if it's just an illusion that there's a wall there, if there's just an illusion that there's a me here or a self that I'm attached to. And I've heard some very good visualizations in the past, and I wanted to share that with you today. So in order to picture what reality is actually like, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths. And picture in your mind's eye in front of you the brightest, clearest, most beautiful white light. The light should be warm, it's so bright. But there's no glare, so you can look directly at it. Pure white, beautiful light. Allow that vision to take up the entire space of your mind. Broaden the white light to the edges of your consciousness. Broaden the white light to the top and bottom of your consciousness. Expand the white light as far as you can. You might notice once you expand the light as far as you can that at the edges it becomes colored. At the edges of the white light there's a rainbow. So you begin to see the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. You begin to see the colors at the edge of the white light. And just at the edges it begins to shake a little and vibrate. And as the colors emerge, you realize that beyond that is black. A black so dark that it seems solid. The black is so heavy that it becomes a solid object, and there's texture and weight on the way outside of the white light where it finally goes through all the colors and becomes black. Once you can feel the black, sounds begin to occur. The black is so black, so heavy and textured, it begins to create sounds when the light hits it. You begin to hear sounds bouncing off the darkness, and you feel underneath of you that the black has settled in, and you're now on top of the black. You're standing on the black. You're sitting on the black. And the light begins to dance in the music as it hits the darkness below you. The light begins to wiggle at the edges. It begins to interact with the solid below it. The light and the music are interacting and waving, and it's becoming super chaotic. There's swirls of color now, swirls of sound, energy, vibration. And if you open your eyes, it'll all snap together, and this is where we're at. That's my favorite lesson about the actual nature of reality. I heard that from Alan Watts. Another way to visualize how everything in the current moment is actually perfect, except we are fooled by our senses into thinking it's not. You can imagine having an infinite number of lives and control of what your life will be next. You might choose first that your next life would be one of complete wealth. You might be overwhelmingly wealthy, and you would enjoy a life of luxury, a life of pleasure, unlimited resources. And how many times would you live that life before you began to become bored? You could do that once, you could do it twice, you could do it 3 times. How many times could you be reborn into the ultimate wealth before becoming dissatisfied with that? And then in the next life, you might choose lovers instead. So you have as much sex as possible with the most beautiful people in the world. How many times would you live your life before that became dissatisfying? You might choose power in the next life then, and have power over all of the people in the world, power over your country, power over your local community. And you might choose through warfare, let's say, to have the most power. You might choose through capitalism and manipulation of markets to have the most power. How many lives could you lead as the most powerful human before you became bored with it? And so you become bored with wealth, you become bored with sex, you become bored with power, and then eventually you choose the life that you're living right now. I'm a guy who comes from a poor family, went through college, master's degree, law school, became a lawyer, practiced for about 10 years, became completely dissatisfied, and now here I am on YouTube trying to explain the nature of reality to people so that people can avoid suicide and let go of anxiety and depression. And this is the life that I've chosen, because every day you have the opportunity to choose what life you're going to lead. And I think that's a really powerful lesson also. And so those are just two ways to visualize how the current moment is the only moment. The current moment is perfect unless you allow your senses to fool you into thinking that you're dissatisfied and that there are things that could be better. And so that's it for today. I just wanted to share a couple of visualizations to help you realize that the current moment is the only moment. It's the moment that we choose all of our choices. Everything that's ever happened has happened, is happening, will happen right now in the current moment. And so it's best to take advantage of the knowledge of that, because each day we are given a new chance to live the life that we want to live. And so I hope that you like this video. I hope that you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to receive updates when I do produce new content, which is basically every day. But most importantly, share this video with people that you know might benefit from it so that I can complete my mission, my new goal in life of helping as many people as possible. And I can't do that without your help sharing this stuff. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you join me tomorrow.